Save myself.
Okay, so since I promised to track this journey and be real and raw, I'm gonna try and do this update without crying. No guarantees. So today's August 2nd, second day of training. It was baseline run day, and the task on my training plan was a 3.5 mile run. It's put in there at 10 minute, 10:21 pace, something like that. And a heart rate effort of 2, which should have kept my heart rate around 124. And I start off, and I'm realizing even with a fast walk, my heart rate is already in the 150s, or it was in the 140s. And then I click start on my Garmin, and I proceeded to spend the next basically 3.5 miles with my Garmin yelling at me that my heart rate was too high. I did half-mile jogs followed by half-mile walks. My average pace was like 16 something. I don't know. I'll put it at the end. And throughout the whole thing, I was filled with so many emotions. I remember a time, it felt not so long ago, that a 3.5 mile run was like an easy day, like 10-minute miles, no problem. In fact, for my running days, I was basically a steady 10-minute mile, almost regardless of the distance. And so I also was listening to the book, The House of My Mother, which those of you who know my story of my abusive childhood and estrangement from my father and things, I was in the chapter when all of that was really coming out. So I was also a little emotional, but it really kind of fed me to remember that I overcame all of that by myself. And on this little track that I ran circles on, because I'm still not 100% great with running any distance by myself, and that I just had to keep going to the next level. But it's very humbling. I also tried to remind myself that at now 180 pounds, and when I used to be like right at 134 or so when I was racing, or 132, I'm basically running with an extra 40-50 pounds carrying, and my heart rate probably would elevate that fast back then if I was carrying those in weights. So here is the reminder of this. Some people often ask me, what does be brave, be badass mean? And I think a lot of times they think it means that you're always tough and you're just always a superstar and you're always Wonder Woman or something like that. That is absolutely not. Be brave, be badass started 14 years ago when I was first training, and I really realized that it was trying to be your absolute best at that moment and at that day, and that many of us are not brave enough to do that. And so today, my absolute best was, 16 plus minute miles. And you know what? At one moment when it first started, I was like, you know what? Never mind, I can't do this. And then I was like, you know what? There are plenty of other people who it's tougher, or I don't know. Other people have done it. I've seen other people do it. And so I have to be brave enough to do it, and brave enough to share the story. See, I didn't make it without crying. But the beauty of this is that I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of the fact that I did not quit. I kept my commitment to myself, and hopefully this will be the hardest run of my life. We shall see. Those of you who are in shape, hey, don't get out of shape. Anyways, we all have challenges in our lives that throw us in unexpected ways and journeys. And I strongly believe at some point you rally the people who believe in you around you, and you, once again, you force yourself to be brave, be badass, because we all deserve the opportunity to unlock that inner badass, our full potential. So let's do it together. Whew, that was hard. Have a great day.
Save myself. Save myself.
Save myself. Save myself.
Save myself.
Holding my head again, making my way through crowded thoughts. Sometimes it's hard to get out of it. Broke my heart.